This week on Across America, from Washington, D.C., Hong Kong Chief Executive Donald Tsang speaks about how the city will benefit its U.S. partner in economic recovery and job creation. From Los Angeles, the 22nd East China Fair promotion event in San Gabriel encourages U.S. businesses to participate in the largest regional trade fair in China. Editorial special regarding increasing American interest in China's 12th five-year plan. Columnist Chen Weihua projects that it's time for the US and China to learn from each other about the future.
In Washington, D.C. on November the 9th, Hong Kong's Chief Executive Donald Tsang emphasized that the Hong Kong's financial sector will benefit its U.S. partner in economic recovery and job creation.
Hopefully, over time, it will provide an additional monetary resource that will help address some of the imbalances that have surfaced here in the US and more lately in Europe.
The Hong Kong's top leader also ensured close and solid cooperative relationship with the U.S., which remains as the second largest trading partner and a major investor in Hong Kong's economy. China Daily Washington Bureau, Michelle Fei reports.
The 22nd East China Fair promotion event was held in San Gabriel on November 11th. The audience raised questions focusing on special services available for foreign merchants. Ding Haibin, the promotion team leader, said the top 5 countries and regions that have participated in the East China Fair are Japan, South Korea, the United States, Hong Kong, and Taiwan. The East China Fair is the largest region trade fair in China, and it will be held in Shanghai next March. China Daily Los Angeles Bureau, Wang Jun reports.
The 5 years plans are central government strategies for social and economic development. First started in the Soviet Union in 1928 and then in China in 1953. It has not had a good reputation in the West. In fact, many Westerners think it's a rigid central government planning system that doesn't work. But that attitude seems to be changing. Just in New York this past week, there have been 2 seminars about China's 12 five-year plans, one at the China Institute and the other at Columbia Business School. While it's nature that foreign business people want to understand China's 12 five-year plan in order to find more investment opportunities, what has struck me is that many Americans now see China's 5-year plan in a quite positive way, sometimes with a bit jealousy. I think that has to do with Americans' increasing frustration with their government leaders' inability to plan, or lack of a plan, such as in making industrial policy, energy policy, or in upgrading infrastructure, such as airports and highways. They see China's impressive growth as a reflection of strong planning ability by the government. When I talked to Orville Schell, a prominent China scholar at Asia Society, he said Americans have come to realize the ability to plan is exactly what is missing in the United States. He believes it's a great danger to Americans. Words by Robert Engel, the Nobel laureate in economics, are also quite telling. He said at the recent China Innovation Seminar that when Chinese are planning their future with wonderful 5-year plans, Americans are planning for the next election. In fact, China's 12th five-year plan is quite different from earlier ones. Even by official name, the 12th five-year plan is called the 12th five-year guideline. The change from word plan to guidelines reflects flexibility and a willingness to embrace both market forces and central planning. Although Americans have a more positive feel about China's 5-year plans now, what is also clear to me is that a lot of things cannot and should not be planned in a market economy. Also, serious problems China is facing today, such as environmental degradation and growing economic inequality, suggest that our planning the past 3 decades has not been perfect. What I also want to point out is that the United States is not totally without planning. At least it has a very strong planning ability when it comes to military. Its military spending equals nearly the total by the rest of the world combined. Without any surprise, U.S. President Barack Obama will find out on his Asian trip that American weapons are among the most competitive made in America exports. Nobel laureate Robert Engels said that the Chinese and American economies are quite complementary to each other. What I would say that the two nations seems to have a lot to learn from each other about what can and cannot be planned, and what should and should not be planned.